Colosseum. Hold on, let me look this up. Hold on. Church of Seven guy. Hold on, where is it? Colosseum. Hold on, let me look this up. Hold on. Church
There we go.
of
No.
Seven.
There we go. There we go. Okay. This is just so stupidly funny.
Hold on. I'll share it with you in like the
There we
DM.
go. There we go. Okay. Guys, this is just so stupidly funny.
I'll share it with you in like the DM.
Guys, this is just so stupidly funny.
I'll share it with you in like the DM. Okay. Okay, Kala, please watch the video I just shared with you. It's fucking hilarious. Okay. And that's what I was referencing. Okay, Kala,
Do me a
please
favor
watch
and
the
send the
video I
image just to make sure it's not the wrong one.
Fucking hilarious. Okay. And that's what I was referencing. Okay, Kala,
Do me a
please
favor
watch
and
the
send the
video I
image just to make sure it's not the wrong one. Like, you know which anime I'm talking about, right? Just to make sure it's not the wrong one. Okay, just make sure. Like, you know which anime I'm talking about, right? Just to make sure it's not the wrong one.
Oh, I already.
Okay, just make sure. Like, you know which anime I'm talking about, right? Just to make sure it's not the wrong one.
I'm gonna
Oh, literally.
focus on the veterans.
Wait. Yahweh is literally Popeye the Sailor Man. The name literally means I am who I am.
Yeah, that's true. Yes.
Fucking Popeye the Sailor Man. No, I'm making a joke. His Popeye is like his catchphrase is I am who I am, what I am. I am who I am, what I am, what I am. I am Popeye the Sailor Man. And he somehow makes like a ship's horn whistle come out of his corncob pipe. Yeah. Oh, okay. Whatever. Anyway. Eesh, someone needs to just make up their mind about what the fuck that Abrahamic God is called. Anyway, did you watch the video? It is literally less than 2 minutes long. Okay, if you're gonna ignore me, I'm gonna leave. Okay. Okay then. Fine. Fine. Okay.
boop. And then... Oh, wait, wrong one. And then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Anime Colosseum. We are so happy to be here yet again for episode 51 of Anime Colosseum. That was kind of repetitive, but anyway, it's good to see you again. Sorry about last week. It was my cousin's birthday, and I'm glad that my apparently Wi-Fi has been paid for. Because this morning the light was red, and I was like, oh shit, did my stepbrother forget to fucking pay for the damn internet again? But apparently it's all good, because here we are. So yes, blah blah blah, yakety smackety. Let's get our introductions out of the way. First and foremost, I am your glorious, only big sis, Kala Never Melter. And Erica?
I am Erica Ironblood, your large-reared Lolibaba imp girl, and I am here to entertain, I guess.
And
hope everyone is having a wonderful second week of February. No, not February, June.
Wow, holy shit!
Sorry.
Like swing and miss.
Hey, sorry.
Okay.
I was mentally thinking when it is about my brain was thinking you said Oni, so that got me to Setsuban, which is in February. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And you take a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
Yeah.
But yes, and now Abyssal, introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. This is Bissell your everyone's favorite underwater tech support. Current status is trying to figure out how to extract a cylinder from a turboprop engine without harming the cylinder.
And Alex.
Hey, I'm about to do it.
Hi.
He's gonna do it!
I'm about to do it. I'm going to pull the trigger. Howdy there. I'm Alex the Kid, and I'm both an artist and a cowboy. And you'll never know what I mean when I say shoot or draw. But I'm going to shoot you.
By the way, Abyssal, how do you safely remove a large fleshy cylinder that is stuck in a Pringles can without damaging the aforementioned fleshy cylinder?
Unknown at this time. However, turbine lube is not recommended.
Oh my.
Understandable.
But anywho, let's let's take a second to be serious for a moment. Because yes, I know, in the Anime Colosseum, we're all goofy goobers, silly haha, horny jokes.
100% serious.
Silly jokes and, all of this and that, but listen, this is June, and this is actually supposed to be Men's Mental Health Month. The month where we talk about men and basically what they're going through. Now, this right here...
It's a tough job holding up the world while a lot of people shit on you.
But though, on fairness, this was, of course, Abyssal's idea. So, everyone, please sit and listen to Abyssal. Take the stage.
So, Atlas, feel free to shrug a bit. Wait, hold on. What is that book about, actually?
That's an entirely separate episode, Erica.
I was referring to, the god, Hercules the Titan. Atlas. Literally holding up the world. But then I remembered that there's, a book called Atlas Shrugged.
Oh, yes. We definitely have to have a book club meeting about that.
Yes.
Okay.
Anywho. All right.
Oh.
Phone
Now,
number.
PTSD.
Erica, let
So
Abyssal have the
let's.
stage.
I will. I'm on the same coast as you now. I can build a trebuchet that can reach you, and I will too.
Hmm. Okay.
Yes. So let's start out with a good phone number. 988. You could call. It's a good number to call or text if the voices get a little too loud and you start wondering how a muzzle blast tastes.
Mhm.
Just as a point, as a kind of a number here, I'm my my focus is on veterans and stuff, just because.
He is a veteran.
Yeah.
And also after this,
So the average veteran suicide rate per day is over 17 veterans. When you consider where we cover about 1% of the overall population of America, that's kind of not that's more than kind of not good. So if you are a veteran and like I said, you want to know how what that muzzle flash tastes like, reach out. Okay?
Mhm.
There's too many annoying people in the world to be losing some of the good ones.
Mhm.
All right.
And also, Abyssal, after this, by all means, do send me a link. That way I can put it into the podcast chat thingy. That way, well, you know, whoever needs to hear it or get it will have access to it.
Okay.
But with that being said, though, now, while that is a very heavy subject, and we are talking about heavy subjects today, the only difference is, thankfully, all the characters that we are talking about are absolutely fictional. However, though, you could say that the things that they do go through do have a touch of realism, depending on certain circumstances, from loss to torment to whatever in between. Now, but first and foremost, let's talk about the anime of the day. And Alex, this was your cue. Boop.
Did you just boop me?
Yes, I booped you. You have been booped.
You have been booped. You must now talk about anime.
Now I'm pretty
Oh,
sure your body like collapses into that like easy to transport disc.
That's only if you find a zipper, Erica.
No, I was
oh,
making a dumb I was
the
making a
stream
dumb
up?
reference. I was making a reference to this really dumb Doritos commercial that aired during the first episode of the episode 1 Star Wars.
Well, no, I was talking about the fact that there's a zipper somewhere on your body that if you find it, you could take off your skin and become a sexy ghost.
Don't you mean a skeleton?
No, the skeleton moves on its own. It's not actually.
Okay.
Yes, but anyway, Alex, you're up.
I was asking if the stream was up.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
up.
Yes.
I don't see it.
What do you mean you don't see it? It's right here.
I don't see it in
Oh,
the chat.
wait. Oh, wait.
Oh,
you
notice that
mean...
our eyes follow you no matter
Oh.
on the stream, no matter where your head is.
Oh, shit. I am so sorry. I forgot to do the thing here. Okay. Oopsie daisy. That was definitely on me. Okay.
Okay, have you guys seen this anime before?
No.
What? It's been a
Hold on
while.
one moment. Let me see.
Ah,
It's
and-
loading. The screen is loading, so I have heard of it. I am aware of it. I think
Okay,
I've
well-
seen hentai art of some of the characters.
Of
Or
course.
NSFW in general of some of the characters.
You perv.
Copy that.
But yeah, this School Life. It's been a minute since I watched it. I remember, I think one of my friends recommended me watching it. So basically, it's for the topic of today, it's definitely a show about trauma because each of the girls at the school are living in a zombie apocalypse, and they all suffer from some specific trauma they're dealing with and whatnot. I forget most of them, but I remember the main girl was like, I think she was like basically kind of like pretending, or like she was not seeing reality for what it is and stuff like that. Like she didn't see the zombies as zombies. She still saw the zombies as like her classmates and stuff like that. And I think that's yeah, it's pretty sad. I think one of the other girls basically like one of her friends died because they couldn't like they couldn't like stay in one place anymore, and they needed to like leave at some point. I don't know if she's still alive or not. She may be. She may be because the anime doesn't like go past like the first part of the manga. Yeah, the manga actually continues. Uh, when they leave the school, there's actually another school they go to. So
Truly a hell beyond mortal comprehension. You leave school and you're forced to return to another school.
Dun dun dun.
but yeah, the anime is definitely like if you've like seen like promotions for it, you probably saw like the girl on the cover, and that she's like kind of like seeing all the zombies as her classmates and whatnot still, and that was kind of like probably the pull for most people. Is like, oh, what's going on here? Like, why is she being like
Stop trying
what's the
to
word
eat
for
me,
that?
Woo.
I don't want to say delusional. That's, I mean, is that delusional? Is that the right word?
That qualifies as
Yeah,
delusional, yeah.
yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah. It's like, why is this girl delusional? It's like, why is there a zombie apocalypse and stuff like that? But for the most part, I recommend the show because it's definitely a good watch. And boy, is that opening pretty happy. It's a very happy opening, despite it being very depressing.
Ah, yes, the
But
classic.
hey,
A lot of animes like that have like some very.
Ah, yes, the classic. Oh, look, it's all happy, slappy, and then, oh no, it's the opposite of happy, slappy. Like,
Happy,
you know,
flappy, double tappy.
like Madoka Magikai, for example. It's supposed to be cute and adorable, wholesome, chungus, but no.
Or made in a bed.
Oh yeah, definitely made it the best, which again, I'm glad that you got me into it, Erica, and I look forward to, the next episode. But anywho,
The
yes.
next thing
But,
that we are watching is the movie
Hmm.
and season 2.
yeah. So besides all that, and since I already spoiled the ending, but technically I only spoiled one part of the series because this is not the end. So please do go read the manga if you watch the show.
It's not the
Um,
end, but the beginning.
But to your comparisons, I would say the show is a lot more hopeful because all of the girls survive.
Yay! But alright.
Do they really?
Yes, really.
But-
This show is a lot more hopeful and stuff than than most other shows you would probably think would have like that has like a similar thing going on to this show and stuff like that. I was pleasantly surprised by that. So
Well, okay.
so definitely very hopeful.
But alright. Well, with that being said and done, like we said earlier, this is about anime PTSD. Any character or characters that share or have PTSD are up for debate. Now, the character has to, of course, actually suffer, meaning there could be no, they did a thing and they're completely A-okay. No, they have to live with that suffering, they have to be tormented by that suffering, and they have to be molded like Bane with the dark. And mind you, I do hate that vision of Bane, but...
Besides PTSD, it's also trauma and stuff like that as well. Like a good example would probably be either Sasuke or Naruto, considering their troubles when they were younger.
And in Sasuke's later troubles marrying Sakura.
Ayo. But anywho, yes. And first and foremost, Abyssal, you are the first one.
All right. Hold on. I actually don't have the stream pulled up here. Man, it's taking forever. All right. Well, we actually have a returning heroine here. Sarah Wyrick from Sokuno no String. So this was a series I covered the other week. And it turns out that being a bit of a brocon and then having your older brother kill all of your friends can really do a number on you. In which case, it definitely did a number on this poor girl. She suffered from pretty severe PTSD from that, going from a very outgoing person to very withdrawn, pretty much focused learning on how to pilot the kind of lower end giant robots they had, and with her only possession of value being the necklace her brother had given her. When that is later lost in her efforts to find it, she finds a mysterious doll in a trash bin. The doll has a weird brain thing inside that I talked about last episode, but won't get into. But she basically, mainly, her main human connection is with this doll for the longest time. Later, she does start to slowly open up, kind of, get to know people. I kind of appreciate the friends she's made along the way. Right before her brother shows up and kills a few more of them. So,
as you do.
Does her brother ever get off in the series? I assume this is Gundam.
No, this is not Gundam. It is Mecha though. But no, her brother. She does finally resolve things with her brother. They have a little sibling therapy moment.
Now, are you being serious, or is it one? Okay, I was gonna ask. Are you being serious, or is it one of those, air quote Dr. Evil thing where it's like, a therapy moment, aka she killed him?
Well, you'd have to watch the show. I'm not going to give spoilers. But yes, no. It was actually the way she obsessed over the doll for the longest time actually was kind of disturbing. I mean, even after you find out the truth behind everything, it's still clear. This poor girl is messed up. Yeah. So.
Alright.
She definitely is the PTSD number one.
Alright then. Well, with that being said, let's just continue. And to be fair, my shindig is next. So, with Gore. Now, the more better emo than Sasuke. I'm sorry, Sasuke was more just in the environment of angst. I'm just thinking he listens to Chemical Romance, crawling in my skin, nothing else.
That's Linkin Park, not MCR.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. That song is lame. I said what I said. And also, Linkin Park.
Erica, if I ever suggest we bring Calic to karaoke, you have my permission to shoot me in one of my legs.
Hey, just for that, we're definitely going to have karaoke. Anywho. Now, this is Gore, a student from the Sand Village, and basically just
Isn't he literally like the son of the essentially king of the Sand Village?
Yes. And the thing is, he has a tailed beast, one-tailed tanuki. It's been a hot minute, so I forgot what their names all were. But in this,
If it was a seinen manga, that Tanuki would have pretty big.
yes. But so basically in this world, the tailed beasts 1 through 9 all are evil demons that do evil demon things and destroy shit and are sealed into people because of course they are. And you have, of course, Gora here that has the one-tailed tanuki that controls sand. And apparently it is stated that he accidentally killed Mommy Dearest, and thus her blood is still, scented in his sand. So clearly this SOB is not off to a good start, especially since everyone in his village hates his guts. Which, I'm sorry, that's always weird to me, because it's like, it's not a great idea to tease the guy or the kid, whatever, that has a demon that can fuck you up. But
I think Mugiwara no Goofy, in his Kakashi is Hilarious videos, Kakashi literally berates the third Hokage. He's like, why the fuck is the son of the fourth Hokage living in fucking poverty? Oh, because he has the nine-tailed beast in him. Let me ask you something. Can you fight a nine-tailed fox? What? Because if it dies, yeah, that's what you're gonna have.
but anywho. So yes.
The tail beast is named Shukaku.
Okay. But anyway, so basically what happens is he's, tormented. His own father wanted him dead, which again, if he dies, the beast comes out. So make sense. But so he loses his shit. He decides it's gonna be a great idea to, be a psycho as you do. And he almost kills Rakri because again he is thirsty for blood. But Naruto just
He's like, love, fuck this shit. There is no room for love.
Yes, but Naruto just a classic
And then
friendship
Naruto
no
goes
jutsu.
and shoves a bomb up his ass and then summons a giant ass frog and shit happens and I don't fucking actually remember. It's been a long while.
And I will be honest, his design still looks cool. He does not grow up.
Suddenly he's
No.
Everybody
He does
fucking
not.
loves him.
He does not grow up to look like some tool. We're not bringing that abomination. He still looks cool.
I'm still talking about the fucking actual Naruto series.
Okay. Good.
Talking about fucking Shippuden.
Okay, good.
The time skip.
Yes. I just
Everybody fucking loves him for some reason, even though the last time you saw him interacting with people from the Sand Village, they were like, "Fuck you, Gara. We fucking hate you. Go fucking die."
I mean, I think they got the fear of God.
He proved himself. That's basically what happened.
Yeah, he proves himself, and I'm pretty sure that's a touch of the fear of God, because again, this dude is going to kill you, so maybe humble the ass.
Hey,
or maybe they, or maybe they basically got to know him better or something like that.
Yeah. Also, the fact that he's literally the only one who can lead the Sand Village now because Orochimaru killed the Kazekage, so they're like, well, fuck. Okay, well, let's get to know this guy at least.
Yeah.
He seems cool now.
Yeah, but anywho. Again, though, absolutely, awesome. Again, basically tormented, bullied all his life, suffers PTSD. The demon also has a thing of loving to be evil. His mother's blood is literally in the sand. And, yeah, even his siblings are terrified of him, because it's hard to have a family get-together when one of your siblings is a fucking psycho serial killer that thirsts for blood.
Then he basically gets the...
Never met my family, but after.
But also, and yeah, he still looks cool, and he doesn't look like a tool, because that other abomination does not come out, and that's just a fever dream.
Okay. Just be careful. The fans of that particular series are pretty rabid. If I.
Oh
remember
no,
correctly.
only 10 fans are gonna come after me. Anyway.
Yeah, but they like. Oh.
There might be just 10 fans, but they have not had their shots.
Right, you're right. I just throw some deodorant and soap in their direction. But anyway. Alex, I've been looking forward to this, especially since we're on the latest season, and this poor bastard is still suffering PTSD. This time without memories. Alex.
I need to use the restroom real quick.
Wait, you do?
Yeah, like as soon as you got to your turn, I was like, shit, I need to go to the bathroom.
Well, use bathroom. I'll just switch over to Erica then. Alright, Erica, you're up. Erica.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. I was busy sending you a message. Anyway, this is Nanachi. They are from the series Made in Abyss. So, they are a hollow. Or Narahate. I prefer Narahate. It sounds more like mysterious and you know, it has like a mystical sound to it rather than hollow. Hollow is because you know the word hollow. I think of like Bleach, so it's weird for me to call it or them a hollow. So I'm like Narahate, which is the Japanese name from. Sometimes when translating, you gotta decide: does this sound better in original Japanese or in English? Anyway, so Nanachi, obviously. So I'm gonna give you y'all a little spoiler. Nanachi didn't normally look like this. Nanachi was an orphan, a smelly orphan girl. Who lived in an orphanage in like the far northern region of wherever the fuck planet Made in Abyss takes place. And she basically didn't have any friends. And then Bondrewd is like, hey, I've come to my homeland in search of kids with adventure in their hearts that want to delve and unlock the secrets of the Abyss. So Nanachi goes with him with a bunch of other kids. They meet another kid named Midi, and they become friends. Midi is not put off by Nanachi's smell, and Nanachi isn't put off by Midi's really bubbly and outgoing personality.
Oh, I thought you were going to go a completely different direction.
Midi also has a very, very big personality. Anyway.
Massive personality. Totally inappropriate for someone that age.
Anyway, they go to Bondrewd's compound in the 5th layer of the Abyss, and all these kids are taken to these rooms, and one by one, the kids are taken and never return until Midi and Nanachi are the only ones. Then it's Midi's turn, and Nanachi overhears some scientists being all like, this isn't ethical, you shouldn't be doing this to children, blah, 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 blah. And then, so Nanachi frantically runs trying to find Midi, and, Midi is in this weird breaked glass elevator. So Bondrewd is like, you really care for her. Okay, well, I haven't actually tested this on 2 people who have the bond of friendship, so, yeah. So basically, Midi and Nanachi are sent to the 6th layer of the Abyss in this, like, pit that leads nowhere. And they are swiftly pulled up. Nanachi... so, some bizarre thing happens where Nanachi does not get any of the... So, the curse of... so, Made in Abyss, the Abyss each layer has a curse that occurs when you try moving more than 10 feet up in that layer. The curse of the 6th layer is a loss of human form and humanity, and sometimes death. Nanachi does not get any of that curse, but a blessing, while Midi gets a double dose of that curse. And during this like experience, Nanachi is screaming as Midi is warped and contorted into this like cat blobfish human creature. Like Midi literally says, "Kill me, please, please kill me." But then it's like turns out Midi is immortal, so she can't even be given the mercy of death. And for a short time, Nanachi actually is coerced by Bondru to do horrible things, because I guess maybe they think if they do as Bondru asks of them, that maybe he won't hurt Midi as much, because Midi still feels pain, but she just can't die. Eventually, Nanachi leaves with Midi and meets and tries to find a way to put Midi out of her misery and fails. And then they find, basically, she's just Nanachi. They are incredibly traumatized by this whole experience. They manage to finally find a way to just essentially give Midi the death that she wanted by using Reg's incinerator, which is an arm fire cannon thing that just destroys anything regardless of like the composition. So it immediately vaporizes Midi, and Nanachi is like extremely sad, like distraught. They're like crying so much because yes, they granted Midi her wish, but also they lost the one person that they cared about, like they treasured. So Nanachi joins them on their quest. They basically have to meet Bondrewd, and Nanachi basically reveals that the terrible things they helped Bondrewd with was taking children and turning them into cartridges, which is essentially removing various parts of them and shoving them into this like suitcase used primarily to take the curse away from the user, the wearer, and onto this. It kind of reminds there's this meme where it's quoting Venture Brothers, where that one guy is like, "An orphan. It is power to buy a forsaken child." So yeah,
Of an unloved child.
yeah, it's like Nanachi is like horrified, and they're like just expressing how horrible they feel having taken part in this, even though they felt like they were forced to. It's like, and actually, even when you think, okay, they're over it, the second season, when they get into the 6th layer, Nanachi, a character called Majakaja in this Narahate city, mentions that he's seen Midi, and Nanachi's like, what? So Majakaja takes Nanachi to this guy called, I forget, Belmont. Belmont? Amel?
Uh-huh.
Belmont, I think is his name. And he basically has a perfect copy of the original Midi. And Nanachi basically offers herself in exchange to be with Midi forever, basically. Eventually, circumstances change. She is set free, and she has to say goodbye to Midi a second time. And because, like, most of the Narahate are bound to this city, so if they try to leave the city, or if the city is destroyed, they stop existing. It's kind of fucked up. Anyway, in the manga, that's it for the stuff that for now has been animated. But in the manga, when Nanachi is poisoned by this before unheard of, unknown monster in the 7th layer of the abyss. She is muttering about how she wants to die. She wants to be with Mitty. She doesn't deserve to live. And I'm like, oh my fucking god, I kind of feel it for them. Oh my god. It's like, literally, because... And then, actually, Reg is hearing this, and he has a flashback to Nanachi's, like, meltdown of how they were forced to essentially work for Bondred in making the cartridges. And just... Yeah.
Alright.
So, yeah, Nanachi.
Now,
That is Nanachi's trauma. My apologies for spoiling the anime, but you know.
now Alex, you're back, right?
I have dealt with suicide for a long time.
Oh yeah, I'm back. Sorry, I forgot to unmute.
I really understand. Like, I understand Nanachi.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well...
Also, Nanachi, usually you wouldn't think of that they would be like that. Because normally they're like this laid-back, chill person.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Alex,
Anyway,
now it's your turn. Again,
a
sorta.
fucking car manufacturer. That's a joke.
Yes, but alright, Alex.
His name's Subaru.
Okay, so... Oh boy. So this is Subaru Natsuki from ReZero. It is an isekai anime, and it has been going on for... Well, it's been going on for a while, several volumes, so... And currently right now we're on the 4th season, and... Ooh. I'm not even sure where to begin, to be honest. So to kind of start off, basically, Subaru basically has the ability to return by death, and basically every time he dies, he basically goes back to a checkpoint. Although the checkpoint can change depending on how far he gets and stuff, and we're not really technically sure about what the goal is so far for for the checkpoints to basically change and whatnot. But it seems to change whenever he, I guess, progresses to a certain point or something like that and whatnot. So, but he has to deal with a lot, especially when he first gets here. Literally in the first part when he shows up, he basically
Bunny
dies.
rabbits.
What?
Bunny rabbits.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's season 2.
The buns.
Right. I mean, yeah, that does happen, but the other thing is that okay, so in the first season he dies in like I think it was like a outhouse or something like that. Not an outhouse. That pretty sure that's a bathroom. It was some kind of like shack or something like that. Because it turns out there was like a deal going on to where apparently Amelia, that's the girl he meets, her what was it? Her royal crest basically got stolen, and it was going to be sold off. And both of them ended up getting murdered by Elsa, an assassin. And then his second death was like getting stabbed by some goons in an alley. And then, yeah, but point is, he has a lot of deaths in this show.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll probably take me a while to kind of like cover all of them. But they're very horrific. He definitely suffers from a lot of PTSD and other problems from it, and especially distrust, especially during the mansion arc, especially because he was being he got killed by Rem in that loop,
Best girl, by the way.
and that sucked. Questionably.
No.
Personally, best girl is Betty. And besides that, he is also going through his own issues from his back when he was in Japan and stuff like that, where he basically became a shut-in because of some personal issues he had trying to live up to his father's image and stuff like that. Because essentially he didn't feel that he was special, and he didn't feel like he was kind of like his, I guess, his own person, essentially. And this drove him to be basically get depressed, and so he was cooped up in his room. And I'm sure a lot of people could probably identify with that sort of thing, especially if you're like pretty young and stuff like that, or maybe you're like in your mid early 20s maybe, because I definitely went through something like that similarly, and it was awful. It's still awful. I'm still dealing with my own issues and stuff like that, but I will say it's definitely gotten better since then. But other than that, he also has to watch his love die around him, the people he's trying to like protect and save and stuff like that, and it happens a lot. Like he was literally pushed into a corner in the second season where he had to be in two places and stuff like that, where the mansion was getting attacked and the people there were going to be killed, including Rem, who was in a coma, and then he had to protect the village that basically they were trapped in. Essentially, they were trapped in, and they had to free the villagers that were also trapped there and stuff. And the problem there is that the the snow bunnies, or bunnies,
Bunny.
that's probably not the right word.
Well, they are snow bunnies. They are very cute and very bouncy and perky.
Mm-hmm.
The white rabbits essentially are like a mob beast from that were created by the Witch of Gluttony, and basically they multiply endlessly and they eat endlessly. Even like they literally leave nothing behind. Like I think if I remember correctly, when Subaru had came into the village, I mean, to the sanctuary. I mean, literally everybody was gone. It's like everybody was gone. There was nobody there. It was empty, and yeah, that's when the rabbit showed up. So that was definitely a tough problem. And it was also being caused by Roswell. Roswell's an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and currently he's kind of dealing with the Pleiades Tower, which has the books of the dead. It has their memories and everything up to their death and stuff. And right now Subaru has lost his memories, and people like to refer to him as Daniel. This is not ski Daniel. Not on the screen because his hair's the same as the regular Subaru. But yeah, so he's dealing with that, and it's very confusing at first until we like figure out the truth and whatnot. But I gotta know some things, but I'm not gonna spoil it here. But point is, he's been through a lot. He's been through a lot. He definitely needs a hug.
Mm-hmm. Also, just throwing out there, first, love Felix, no, cutest femboy. Second, I hate Puck, worst character in the entire show. I wish he would die.
Puck? You hate Puck? What do you hate Puck?
This, listen, whenever we do a top 3 most hated animals, whatever, Puck is going to be there, and I'm going to explain why his head should be crushed under a boot.
Is it kind of like Navi from?
No, Navi
Or,
is at least cute in a sense, and also she's just helping. Puck doesn't help. That bitch fucking bailed just because it was 5 o'clock, leaving Amelia to get killed by an outside. Oh God, like you do not give two shits about her, you piece of shit. God, fuck Puck. Just crush his skull. Anyway. We're going to continue. Now,
I understand full reaction, I guess.
Now, Abyssal, you are up again.
Wait, did you say my name again?
Huh?
Wait, didn't you do one yet, Callum?
Wait, yeah. This is the second round, though. I'm after you.
Okay. All right.
Which means second rondo.
Yeah.
All right. So here we have Mullen Shetland from the series Last Exile. Great show. Everybody should go watch it. I mean, after they're done watching our show, of course. But anyway, he is so in the kind of weird civilization that has arisen. They have flying battleships.
Hell yeah.
However, I'm guessing this particular style of combat arose because it's kind of expensive to make a flying battleship. So they actually have a form of almost ritualistic combat where you have these decks that open up on these flying battleships filled with infantry. And the infantry basically shoot at each other from the decks of the battleships. And that's one of the ways that they decide combat. I'm not making this up. It's incredibly dumb, but I'm just like, okay, I can kind of see the meaning behind it. Needless to say, when you can't take cover and you are forced to stand in tight packed ranks, yeah, casualties tend to be very high. And this Mullen fellow has survived this sort of engagement 4 times. If he makes it a 5th time, he actually would get promoted out of the rifle line. So he was looking forward to that. Thing is, no one ever gets promoted out of the rifle line. It's just not really done. So he's gone through a lot of stuff, and it definitely shows with his character a bit. It's definitely a more subtle one, where after he manages to join the protagonists, and he basically swears off combat for a time, anyway. But yeah, it's a very subtle kind of like hesitation, like he's got the look of eyes that have seen a little bit too much.
Ah.
Yes.
Alright.
So yeah, once again, the whole veteran PTSD thing right there, where you just survive, where you just survive, and then even just surviving when a bunch of other people does things to a human mind. Pretty in fact, some of the worst things are done by just surviving without like this. So
Alright. Is that it?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, so mine is Denji from Chainsaw Man. This dude, oh my god, this
Co-conceived, Denji.
Yes.
Here lies Denji. He never scored.
I got the reference. But anywho. So here's the thing. Denji is a poor boy from a poor family. Oh, come on. You're supposed to do it.
He's just a poor boy from a poor family.
Galileo. But anywho. So basically, sadly, he was abandoned. He had to take care of himself. He's kind of a demon
I'm
hunt.
pretty sure.
Yes, he was.
Because the rest of the series isn't animated, dumb people are gonna be like, "Hey, you're spoiling the anime for me." So basically, his dad kicked the bucket, and the Yakuza is like, "Yo, your dad owed us money, so you better
Yes.
pay us back the money, or else we're gonna, I don't know, sell your organs."
Burn
on the
your
black
house
market or
down with the lemons.
Yes. But yeah, so basically, he got in trouble with the, basically because of his old man's stupidity, he got, basically a gopher for the Yakuza, who treated him so fucking well, like a second cousin, if you will.
He then entered a contract with a chainsaw devil, a chainsaw dog devil, and eventually the Yakuza betrayed him. They turned into a B-tier horror movie made by, I don't know, Moonbeam Studios, Full Moon Productions, and he ended up having to fuse with his pet devil dog, the chainsaw devil dog, and now he becomes the Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, but
well, not really having to. It's more like he was chopped into pieces, and his dog basically.
His dog was like, "I will give you life. In exchange, you must show me your dreams. Show me your dreams."
But basically, what has happened though is through all this
Denji.
bullshit, he is then kind of sort of forced into this one job where he can say no, only to be killed if he does say no. And as he does, he is basically, I hate using this word because Twitter has tainted it.
He is the simp.
But all that, and also he has been.
Akima is like, "I will let you squeeze my boobs if you go kill the gun devil," and Denji's just like, "I'm gonna kill the gun devil."
He's basically being groomed by this psycho bitch who is basically still.
She wants to fuck the chainsaw dog devil.
And so as she's, basically, he has to go through all this bullshit. He is again kind of
with an attractive Damon roommate with a fat ass who doesn't wipe or shower for some reason. Who is like eventually is more like his sister. I don't know.
And also, am I the only one that wants to?
A woman turns into clothes. His new adopted dad brother.
Erica, I didn't know this was your entry.
Yeah.
I am describing the plot as terribly as possible.
Anyway, as I was trying to say.
I'll do that.
Anyway, as I was trying to say, so basically, he has, again, he has basically suffered from the Yakuza. He has suffered because of the, psycho bitch who is filling his head in with all sorts of, bullshittery. And he has dreams, air quotes. And the funny thing is, even though he does fulfill some of these dreams, like touching, Power's boobs, lucky bastard, it's still a thing of, well...
She doesn't really have boobs.
Well, that and also, it's not as satisfying as he, once thought. Plus, also, I'm just gonna be real with you. I know, Power smells horribly, like she doesn't wash or bathe and all that, but I want to inhale.
She does, later on. I mean, she does change.
Because, mainly it's because she's traumatized by the darkness devil.
But I do want to inhale.
Like, Pochita's eating some chips, and she's like, "What flavor chips are those?" And then Pochita's like, "Darkness flavor," and then Power just screams.
But I do want to inhale.
Evil.
But I do want to inhale, Power's, stinky ass Just saying.
It's lit shit.
Yes.
It's
Are
lit.
you allowed? Are you allowed to? Are you allowed to say that on the podcast?
Erica,
I mean, it's we're not in the first 3 minutes.
Yeah,
So
there you go, there you go. Like, we could literally talk about
it
war.
sounds like if you didn't store it high in transit.
But no. And
Yeah,
but,
that word is an anagram.
yes. But anywho, even though he has tried his best to try to, he has tried his
Like,
best to.
Fujimoto cannot decide what the heck he's doing. And eventually, it spirals so far out of control that Fujimoto's like, screw it. The demon dog, chainsaw dog eats itself, and everything is fixed. I don't know.
But yeah, so basically, it's gone
It's
through,
like,
all.
Yeah.
Basically, he's gone through all this, bullshit psychological trauma, PTSD, and has, been manipulated by so many people, including one girl that, well, to be fair, really did, like him, but, business is business and whatnot, and he has a hard time trusting, he has a hard time adapting, and even understanding, where basically he just goes through, life just, I guess, say, by vibes alone. But with that being said,
Makima literally forced Genji to stand out in the cold while she was in a hot tub doing a hot tub stream, and she was like, I can't let you in unless my viewers give me this $500 they promised me. And then she's like, you only streamed to like 2 people.
I didn't know she was Pokimane.
No, I'm sorry, there was this like VR chat like video of these guys doing like a roleplay of Chainsaw Man characters.
Yep, but and that is that.
Yeah.
Now, Alex.
I'll send it to you. I'll post it.
Alright, Alex.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was Erica's turn.
Wait, it is?
No.
Yeah?
No, I'm making fun of the fact that she kept, like, interjecting about, like, the author. Yeah, I'm just making a joke. This is, fuck, how do I say his name again? Ritsuka Fujimaru. I hope I said that right. If there's any Japanese folks in the audience, please forgive me. But, have you guys seen this character before?
No.
He's from the Fate game, isn't he?
Kyler, really? You've never seen this guy before?
I know, I was just being silly, but yes.
Oh. Yeah, he's from Fake Grand Order. To be fair, he does look good in a dress. There was a scene where you can cross dress. Actually, I think there might have been 2 scenes where that happens. But yeah, he's from Fake Grand Order, and he is probably one of the how do I describe this? He's definitely a badass, and he's definitely traumatized. But definitely a badass. So where do I begin? Well, his trouble starts in the first part of the game, where essentially when you start, Cadelia gets basically bombed. Someone planted a bomb under the I think it was like the director's chair or under his desk or something like that. It explodes, he dies, and also somebody sabotaged the coffins. Not literal coffins, they're more like a way for them to kind of like transfer themselves into like a different timeline, essentially. I'm not even going to get into it because it would take me all day just to explain the mechanics and magic of fate. And I don't think you want to be sitting here listening to all that. Go listen to like what's his name? Otaku Daikun. Yeah, he has like a whole videos on like magic and fate stuff and whatnot. So definitely check that out if you're interested in like fate lore. But anyway, so their devices got basically sabotaged, and basically the alpha team, the elite team that they basically set up, they're dead. And you are the only master around. That's right. That's right. You are the last master of humanity because humanity is actually being destroyed. Um, Currently, it's being incinerated from the past. It don't even. I mean, I, mm. Sorry, I'm not trying to slander the series I like, but it is. It does sound kind of silly when I say it out loud. um, I'm very sorry if I'm still sitting here laughing at his trauma. I'm very sorry. Maybe it's my way to cope or something. But yeah, he's the last master of humanity, and essentially you have to go and figure out what's going on with what remaining supplies and staff you have at the Cadelia Security Organization and stuff. That's the place you work at, and yeah, that's where your journey. That's where his journey starts, or where your journey starts. And throughout this, you're going to suffer a lot from different battles with other servants who are probably, well, not probably, they're definitely way stronger than you, and you're definitely a squishy human that can easily be swatted. Um, but yeah, you definitely go through a lot of heartbreaks with specific servers that are siding with you dying, or sacrifices, and really getting lucky, like very lucky half the time, where really there are zero odds that you probably should even survive this, but somehow you make it. Somehow he makes it. And finally, you make it to the final singularity, which is basically Solomon's. What was it? Yeah, it's just called Solomon, I think. I forget what the area is called, but essentially you have to fight. Essentially, you have to fight him, and that battle was very hard. I was not right prepared for it. And during the fight, your Kohai, Mash Cowerlight, I hope I said that right, she ends up dying, and now it's just you. Now it's just you. And basically how it ends is that, well, you do eventually beat him, and then you have a fist fight with him as the whole place crumbles and stuff, which is pretty silly, but also pretty badass though. Like you literally just have a fist fight with a literal god. Mash is also okay because she got revived, and now you're back. Now you're back home, and you saved the world. Now you got to do it again. Immediately afterwards, after like I don't know how long it was, but immediately afterwards, Cadelia gets attacked again, and basically, so the staff are killed. Well, I'm probably leaving out some things, but I'm trying my best to describe her, at least the traumatic stuff. Basically, until the staff are killed, you gotta evacuate. Da Vinci, your the long-standing assistant to the previous director, not the previous director, the previous director Romani, who turned out to be actually King Solomon, and apparently we were fighting the I forget what they're called, the Ars Gotia, the 72 demons of King Solomon and stuff like that. And eventually he ends up getting killed, so that sucks. And basically the Cadelia is basically blown up, and now we have to flee into some other outer dimension to basically hide away for a bit. Yeah. And then, we save the world again, and then the world basically like, hey, no, we're not letting you back in because fuck you. That's why. And now you have to deal with that. So, God, he's been through a lot, man. Can we give him a break? Like, he's literally like the only other master around that's been able to help so far. By the way, the dead elite guys, yeah, apparently they came back and tried to kill us because they are working with some alternate god that is trying to take over the world and whatnot. So that's nice. There's definitely a lot that I probably can't get into, but I hope some of this sums up of how insane a lot of this is, and really this guy needs a break.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Now then. That being said, let us continue.
I have returned.
Ah, good.
Alright, so this is a bit of a twofer, but yeah. So this is Lucy and Kota from Elfin Lead. It's not Elfin Lied, it's Elfin Lead.
Mm-hmm.
You can also call her New.
A new?
Yeah.
New?
Meow. Meow.
Oh, new, but that's the alternate, like, personality.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You can also call her New.
New. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, but we're mainly talking about Lucy, like,
Mm-hmm.
who is, like, so, at the start of the first episode, in the first episode, basically, Lucy gets some brain damage, which causes her to create a split personality. One which is, she believes, would be better if Kota knew her by that, essentially, which is a childish, innocent, and gentle version of herself.
Sound like she needs some ibuprofen.
Yeah. Anyway, these two characters. So, Lucy is a Diclonius, which is, in Elfin Lead, is this weird offshoot evolution of humanity that has these, like, invisible, indestructible arm things that can stretch out to a certain length and can cut through almost anything.
And use
Called
them to
vectors.
have very deadly slap fights with each other.
Yeah. Since they're invisible, it kind of looks like they have telekinetic powers. Anyway, the manga, and to an extent the anime, basically keeps doing a flip-flopping on so Diclonius have this urge to kill humans, but throughout the manga and anime it kind of flip-flops. Sometimes it's like, oh, it's because they're mistreated by humans who treat them like inhuman monsters. So they're like, well, you're gonna treat me like a monster, I'll be the monster and just fucking kill you. But then others, it's like, oh, it's actually a genetic predisposition that they want to wipe out humans, and it's just, it gets worse in the manga, which apparently is a thing. So I'm like, okay, I'm kind of glad they stopped the anime where they did. But anyway, Lucy was bullied relentlessly as a kid, and eventually something occurred where she just snapped and just started murdering people indiscriminately. She then meets Kota. Lucy is still a kid. Kota is still a kid. She meets Kota, who is not afraid of her and treats her like an actual person. And they hang out. They go to the zoo and are friends. And I think Kota even shows this music box to her, and it's like, and they like bond over like liking the song that it plays. And Kota doesn't want to hurt her feelings, so she basically says, he's gonna spend the festival with his cousin, and I don't know why Kota feels the need to lie, or why Lucy would be jealous because it's his cousin. But basically, she's like, "What gender is your cousin?" And he's like, "A boy. He's my cousin." And she goes to the festival, and it's like, "That liar! His cousin is a girl." And
She's jealous.
So yeah, and Lucy just starts killing everyone. And then Lucy goes, right in front of Kota, kills his mom, kills his dad, and kills his sister. And he just freaks out, and she ends up stops killing people, because she's like, "Oh fuck, I fucked up." But Kota gets so traumatized that he has selective amnesia and cannot remember anything that happened on that day. He has convinced himself that his parents died in a car crash and his sister died because she got sick.
Man.
With like pneumonia. And
Not...
it's like his cousin who has developed romantic feelings because he basically said some stuff and I don't remember. I need to re-watch the series again. But yeah, eventually, and he doesn't recognize Lucy as Lucy. He hears her talking like a fucking Pokemon, and he's like, "Oh, she's new." And he does everything he can to protect her. He lies to the cops. He goes looking out for her after he had an emotional outburst because she broke this seashell his sister gave her because like it made him sad. She's like, "Oh fuck, I fucked up. I'm gonna find you a new shell." And he's like, "Oh no, it's raining out. I'm sorry. Also, for some reason, the police are looking for you. I don't know what you did, but Eventually, near the end of the series, he witnesses Mew as Lucy murdering, and suddenly all of the suppressed memories come back to him, and he just screams for her to stop. And I don't know if it's in the anime or in the manga, but he basically says he can't forgive her, but he doesn't want her to. He doesn't wouldn't mind her living with him so long as she doesn't kill people. Obviously, in the manga, the manga, from what I understand, is just goes from like one end to the other. It's just, yeah. But anyway, in the anime, it's implied that, that something happens to Lucy, like both of her Cyclonius cat horns are blown off, and at the end the music box breaks, and this grandfather clock that for the longest time throughout the anime Mew was trying to get to work starts ringing, and there is someone at the door, and it's implied that it is Mew, actually Mew, not Lucy. But anyway, yeah.
That was implied to be Lucy, though. It was kind of ambiguous.
Yeah, a lot of people assume it's new, whereas like Lucy is no more and it's just new or something. I don't know.
See, it was hunched over, so I'm assuming it's Lucy.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Alright. Alright,
Oh, yeah.
next.
By the way, we talked about the show before in the art episode, so
Oh yeah.
you know, if you want to go rewatch one of the past streams and stuff like that, please do.
Yes. Yeah, this was the... To be fair, a couple of these animes, like with this one, I recall us having a few other conversations, not just with the art one. But anywho, Abyssal.
Does anyone know this particular series? Anyone at all? Or is it just me?
No.
What's the name of it?
Mayo Chiki.
No, never heard of it.
It is definitely the most lighthearted case of PTSD that we're probably going over this episode,
Mm.
in which our main character, or fellow by the name of Kinjiro, prefers Jiro, he actually suffers traumatic gynophobia. This is because both his sister and his mother are both prodigies in the wide world of professional wrestling.
Oh.
Mm.
And he found himself in the role of the guinea pig from a very young age as they practice various wrestling techniques.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, indeed, yes. Basically, they would practice their moves on him until he started bleeding. So now, whenever a girl touches him, his nose bleeds. It's like those lizards that start crying blood as a defensive mechanism.
You're thinking of
his
horned
nose bleeds as
lizards.
defense. Yes. So anyway.
Well, actually,
well,
it's actually a combination of different chemicals that seeps out of their eyes.
Yes, we know. I do not know if his nose blood excretes defensive chemicals or not that act as irritants. However, it is definitely what kind of it's messed up when you really think about it, because it's like he's got otherwise a fairly good relationship with his mom and his sister. It's just they beat up on him without a care in the world into what he's feeling.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, at least this is more
Eventually, though,
lighthearted and more comedic at best.
Yes. However, the main female lead, girl by the name of Subaru, she also suffers a little bit of PTSD of her own. Mainly, part of her role in the whole story is she acts as a butler / bodyguard to this rich girl. However, due to a kidnapping attempt when she was younger, where she was basically held at knife point and couldn't do anything, she has a problem with knives. Really doesn't like them.
Mm.
So, all in all, I like this series, and it kind of does focus a little bit on how bad they've messed with this guy.
Mm.
All right.
Alright then, let's move on. Now, this right here is a man that needs no introduction. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Guts from Berserk.
He has that smile that just melts girls' hearts.
But this, my god, my dude, my man, what the hell? Like, dude, first of all, this guy has a backstory that's beyond screwed up, that he
Quick
was...
question. Was the manga finished before the author's death, or...
No,
it's
it's
not.
still going.
Okay, I was...
So there's
I
another
know
author
there
working on
was
it.
one manga that was unfinished before when the author died. I didn't know if it was Berserk or not. Sorry to get...
Anywho. So first he was literally born from a corpse. As in, his mummy was a human chandelier. I don't know if I can say the word. But, and then he pops
She was
out.
hanging out with her friends.
Guts had the misfortune of being born in the world of Berserk. That should be more than enough explanation, but...
I mean, right here, Berserk, first and foremost, this world, like, when you think of worst places to get isekai'd, Attack on Titan is Care Bear Land compared
From
to
what
this
I
shit.
understand, the gods are sadistic motherfuckers, and people willingly become the most inhumane pieces of shit in order to gain power from these gods.
Mhm.
And yeah, I think like at least the anime, the ending is like there's a bunch of people, the world turns to like meat or something, and there's like bajillion screaming souls, and there's like Satan, some sort of satan, like demonic creature or something. Like I don't know. It's like
But anywho,
it basically like that is not a way. That's not a good ending. Essentially, type of vibe was what I got.
but anywho.
It was like several years ago. It was like a top like these anime do not have a happy ending like list. I think that was it. But yeah. Anyway, continue. I'll mute myself.
Now, anywho, so when it comes to guts and PTSD, again, this SOB has been through so damn much. He has been through hell and back. First and foremost, he was born literally out of a corpse. His father is an absolute bastard, and he had to even kill his own father. Not only that, but because of his trauma, he literally has a phobia, basically fear of touch, where he cannot be touched by anyone without basically, flinching, if you will. Furthermore, he struggles with sleep due to, again, always having to look over his shoulder due to shit will kill him and hurt him. He has been betrayed by those he has considered friend. He has been betrayed by many people. And this man has had to live through hell and back. And there's even a scene where, first of all, one thing that people need to realize is Guts is not a hero. He's not a good guy. He's just a guy that's surviving, and he does whatever he needs to. There's literally a scene where a child asks for help, and he literally just slices the kid in half. Now, I don't know if that can be considered a part of PTSD, but it is kind of, WTF, my dude, what the hell was that? But overall, though, he has suffered so much. And not just that, but again, he has dealt with betrayal from those he's considered, friend or family or anyone for that matter. And yeah, this dude is the living embodiment of PTSD. He literally does not have a happy ending whatsoever. There is no such thing as a Guts with a, happy ending. Unless, of course, whoever's in charge decides that he gets a girl in the end and lives happily ever after. But 9 times out of 10, nah, he suffers from, every kind of, mental PTSD you can possibly think of. Now.
Sounds like this series is kind of torture porn, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah. Now, next.
Who's next?
Wait, Erica, baby, this is you, Erica. Unless this is yours, Alex.
Shoot, I thought you were going to keep asking for Erica. Why couldn't you be naive?
Yes, but alright, Alex.
Do you know the series? Anybody?
No.
Dead Man Wonderland, yep.
Oh yeah, Dead Man Wonderland. What the
Yes.
fuck? Like, I had a mental thought right there. Like, God. Yes, Dead Man Wonderland. Awesome fucking intro. And every motherfucker in this goddamn series has PTSD. No one is sane in this damn place.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's been a minute since I actually seen the series, so I don't remember a whole lot, aside for like some of the main points and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mostly want to talk about Gonta though. Gonta. Like I'm pretty sure it's an A, not an O. But yeah, the main character he basically was witness to his entire class being massacred, and was basically framed for it. Though if I'm being honest, I don't know how he was even framed for it. Like, you telling me he was able to do like that much massive damage, but they think he brought a bomb into the classroom or something? But yeah, essentially, he basically was framed for his class's murder, and the true culprit is someone wearing I believe they were wearing like a red outfit and stuff like that. The red mask guy, and essentially Gonzo basically spends his he spends his time in at a super what was it, like a something like jail. I forget what it was like called. I don't want to just call it super jail because that's lame.
Basically goes to a hell type jail, where SOBs have powers that involve their blood.
Oh, God damn it, Cal! I was kind of building up to that.
I mean, all in fairness.
All in fairness.
I mean, it should be obvious because we talked about this before, remember?
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we
I
did.
don't remember that time.
Yeah, it was the cool
No.
intro video. Like, what was the coolest anime intro? And this was my pick.
You mean you mean the podcast that got taken down because we decided to watch the intros?
Alright. Still, it still counts. We still talked about it.
Okay. Well, anyway, yeah, he goes to basically a high security super prison, and essentially he's with a bunch of other dangerous criminals. Not, and if I remember correctly, I can't. Yeah, if I remember correctly, Gunta was like basically infected with the blood abilities and stuff like that. I think it's like the mask guy basically chooses people to like either they choose people to infect or they just naturally have it. I forget. Again, it's been a while since I watched the series, but essentially he ends up basically being at this prison, and he participates in these death matches or just matches in general, where he fights other prisoners that have these blood powers and whatnot. They all have different nicknames and stuff. I forget what Guns' nickname was. Do you guys remember?
Sorry.
I know there was Crow was the cool guy with the scythe blood. Hummingbird, I believe, was the crazy bitch with the earlobe
That does
whip
not
thing.
narrow it down.
Huh?
That does not narrow it down.
I know. I know there's a cross-dresser by the name of Peacock.
There's a crossdresser named Peacock?
Yeah, I only know that because of what was your say? Research and continue.
Uh-huh. Gonna need to take a look at your search history, Kala.
It'll blow your mind. But anywho.
Oh, that's right. You know, now that you mention that, yeah, they're named after birds.
Yeah.
Shit. Now I don't even know what bird it would probably be. Well, while I'm quickly looking this up, point is, he participates in death matches, or kind of death matches. It's mostly just he has to KO them, not really kill them per se. I mean, if they started killing their prisoners, that'd be kind of bad. And he's trying to essentially like get stronger to, basically figure out what happened, who the masked person is, and why did they kill his classmates and stuff like that. and framed him. Also, he has a friend named Shiro, but I don't think he remembers her very well. There's probably a good reason for that. Um, Also, the person also has like a lab, might have been also a research facility of sorts, where they did research to give people blood powers, I guess. Um, but yeah, throughout the series, Gonta definitely is yeah, I say throughout the series, it's definitely Gonta's been through a lot. Besides seeing his classmates being murdered in front of him and being framed for it, I'm sure that's pretty traumatizing. I mean, the fact that everyone probably thinks that he did it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine how that would feel. Uh, and being in these deathmatch and stuff, he's never really like specifically like been in a bunch of fights before, but having to fight with like your weird powers and whatnot, that's definitely something to. Well, you probably wouldn't want to get used to it, but he's going to have to get used to it. And whatever else is weird that's going down in the prison stuff. The anime doesn't really go all the way as far as like where the manga does, and honestly, I can't for the life of me understand if it was because of the ratings or is it because the manga they couldn't keep up with the manga or something like that. But the show basically got ended early on a cliffhanger.
I've
So,
seen a
well,
I've seen a video years ago explaining why there's no season 2. If I can find it, I'll show ya.
okay. Woodpecker. That's what his nickname was. It was Woodpecker.
How unfortunate.
Unfortunate. um, um, but for those of you who probably haven't read the manga yet and haven't just haven't finished the series in general, it's been long enough. I think I can like say what the twist is. So the twist in the series, and this is probably even more weirder, is the fact that Shiro is actually the one in the red mask. That's right, Shiro's the one who killed his classmates.
Mm.
And was she hiding this from him? Probably. But she's working. She's working with some other person that apparently is able to like, I think transfer bodies and stuff like that, or something. I can't remember exactly, but he definitely like I think he hijacked someone else's body or something. And the other thing is that apparently Gunta and Chiro actually they grew up together at the research facility and stuff like that. I don't know what exactly they were doing there besides for Shiro, being experimenting on whatnot. I think Gunta may have been like somebody's kid, one of the research kid maybe. I can't remember. Haven't seen the series in a while. I do need to go reread it to be honest.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so that probably is pretty traumatizing to know that this person that you've been hanging out with has actually been the person that got you here in the first place. And also, I mean, she's also in love with Gonta too. So you wrap your head around that one. Not that you would like him. It's just the fact that, well, I'm sure you would have mixed feelings about that. What's the other thing? I'm forgetting something. If I don't remember, start a countdown.
What are you forgetting? Oh no, like you talked about the the character, how they have PTSD. Again, everyone in this damn prison has PTSD. There's not one sane individual.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the side guy is pretty much has been through war and stuff like that. He also got framed, I think. The girl, basically, I forget her backstory, but I think she also got framed, or she killed her mom or something.
Oh no, the crazy
I forget.
bitch, the crazy chick. Basically, her mother was a botanist, and she chose the potted plant over her, and there was an earthquake, and well, her mother died of coma, but her mom didn't care about her, and hashtag relatable.
I see. Right, right. Gotcha.
But alright, well then let's move on then.
No! Dang it.
Mm.
I couldn't remember what it was. I think I was just probably just trying to go into well, not go into. I was just going to mention, you know, his suppressed memories and stuff because he didn't remember that he used to be at the research facility or Shiro as a kid and stuff like that. He kind of just blanked that out, I guess.
Alright,
Okay.
okay.
So Neon Genesis Evangelion, so the original series, not the, I guess, the remake that Anno decided to, for some reason, do for the modern audience or modern day or whatever. I don't know what his actual, I don't remember exactly what he said the reason for making the rebuild films were, but I think it was something to that effect. But this is the original Asuka that I'll be talking about. Asuka lamely Soryu, not Shikanami, Soryu. So, in the anime, Asuka initially comes across as this arrogant, a bit spoiled, entitled brat, tsundere.
Oh, shit.
But something so many people, Asuka haters, when they're like, I hate Asuka. Why do people ship Asuka and Shinji? She's just a horrible person. I'm like, you've never actually seen the show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you've never watched the show. Also, why you gay? Why are you gay? There was like this right winger who made on anti-Asuka propaganda, and at the time I didn't think of posting it. I just blocked him, but I was like, I should really post that video of that one, like, I think it was an African guy who was interviewing this one woman, and he's like, "Why are you gay?" But anyway, Asuka. So Asuka's mother worked on the Evangelion project, and I think part of Asuka's mother went into Evangelion Unit 2. That left Asuka's mother a very hollow person who couldn't really interact with the world. Basically kept muttering to a doll, thinking it was Asuka and stuff. So Asuka did not have a good mother figure, and eventually one day when Asuka was told that she's gonna be an Evangelion pilot, she comes to her mom's room only to find that her mom has killed herself, committed suicide. Yeah, like, and so throughout her life, Asuka has felt the need to force herself to be more grown up, and has had to deal with, but also the inability to actually mature. And she has this like inferiority complex that she makes up for by acting all like high and mighty, is like, I'm actually the best Evangelion pilot, even though I am terrified of even messing up, because I literally have tied my whole self-worth to being a good pilot. And so when she ends up having to be saved by Shinji, or having to work alongside Shinji in order to defeat an angel, it causes her to worry that like she's not good enough as a person, not just as an Evangelion pilot, but as a person, which causes her to essentially lose synchronization with her Ava, which causes her to perform even worse, and eventually she is replaced. And in the manga, she's actually she's taken out of commission by Okay, what was the angel in the sky that like brain fucked her?
I have not watched the
Or
series, so.
Ariel? I think it's Ariel. I forget the number, but
I don't
basically
think so. I can't remember the
Ariel.
numbers of the
No,
number.
Areli. Ariel. Ariel. Name of the angel. I just don't remember the number. Ariel is basically force it in order to figure out how to communicate with humans. Ariel, this angel made of pure light, basically forces her to live her through her like most traumatic experiences, which in the manga causes her to go into that coma. In the anime, she's given one last chance, I believe, but then she just goes into a coma. For the weird umbilical cord Evangelion. No, not Evangelion. Angel. Fucking. Anyway. In the movie, she's still in a coma. Shinji very messily eats a cream-filled eclair in her hospital room.
Very detailed description.
Hey, I'm trying not to get. At least one of us is trying not to get Kala in trouble.
We're far enough in, and yes,
Yeah.
we could say what happened.
Don't do what you did to that girl in the hospital. Don't do that. Anyway, she's basically then dumped into her
He struck the cock.
Yeah, eventually she realizes that the part of her mom that actually cared for her was in the Evangelion, and essentially the AT field, because I'm pretty sure Unit 2 has the strongest AT field, but it was essentially her mom's love protecting her. And she basically, for the first time in the series, kicks all serious ass. But then, right as she's like winning, she's destroying the mass production Eva series. Anna was like, "Oh shit, I'm still depressed," and also, this character is kind of like an insert of me. And so yeah, she basically gets killed off. And I'm pretty sure the voice actress had to actually injure herself in order to get the scream correct.
Damn.
But eventually, Shinji does some bullshit, rejects instrumentality. They fail the Come So Sir Todd scenario. Everyone turns into Fanta, but Shinji and Asuka are on the broken shore of a sea of red. The world has ended. They are the only people who have decided, yeah, being a fucking human is a lot better than being a clusterfuck of consciousness in a sea of orange Fanta.
Fanta.
And Asuka is like disgusting. So yeah, Asuka is like, I also kind of vibe with Asuka because of her like trauma and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like, yeah, I like her. I love her. She's awesome. And she's a basic. Everyone in Evangelion, like Shinji and Asuka and to be fair, Rei doesn't actually have a personality because she literally is just a clone of Shinji's mom with the soul of Lilith implanted in.
Let's be fair, she's basically Gendo's on the whole.
Yeah, she's literally her whole thing is, I don't know what emotions are. I am slowly learning emotion. Oh fuck, I'm dead. Okay, well, boot it up in the spare. Okay. Fuck, I have to do this all over again. And it's almost the end of the series. Shit. Misato is like trying to I don't know,
She's trying to flirt with Shinji.
She's like
I almost said dingy.
Eh.
No,
You did.
no, no, different series. No, different series where, yeah, but mostly it's just Shinji and Asuka that are the most traumatized in the series. Um,
I mean,
what's
isn't
fun?
Ray traumatized technically?
Um, uh, like I said, it's more her trying to understand what emotions are, because literally in the fifth and sixth episodes, Shinji is like fucking horrified that she's like, okay, I'll die. It's okay if I die. And she's like, no, don't do that. Don't say shit like that. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Rei is more of a tool in order to get Shinji into the robot, essentially. Rei, and then there's like the whole exploration of what is a man but a miserable pilot. Oh wait, wrong story. What are people emotions?
What is a man?
Yeah,
What is the measure of a man?
I believe it is 15 feet
Mm,
or 42. I think that's what they came up with. 42.
it's 69.
Like, that's how many miles a man must walk before you can call him a man. Never mind. Anyway, but yeah. Yeah. In the manga, literally Gendo flat out tells Shinji why he hates him is, you took attention away from my wife, and also you unintentionally caused her to get merged with Evangelion Unit 1, so that's why I hate you. Like, wow. That actually tracks. That makes sense, actually, for him. It's fucking, it would be that petty.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, that being said and done.
Anyway, but yeah, Asuka Langley Soyu, awesome. Don't understand why the fuck Ano had to make her a clone in the rebuild films, but yeah, I don't know. Everybody's a clone now.
I think even I'm a clone now.
I think I'm a clone now.
But anywho.
Every chromosome is a hand-me-down.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad you all came to see us. Now, in conclusion,
And also that you arrived.
yes. In conclusion, like I said, and Besto told you, there's a link. I had to get rid of the HTTP thing because for some fucking reason it said I need to do this special thing in order to post a link, which is stupid. But I at least gave the main thing that people need to at least look out for. Make sure to call any local hotline to help you with whatever is going on. Remember, your life is worth it.
You are not alone.
Mm-hmm. Everyone that deserves.
It's never too late.
Yes, everyone deserves to live. And Besso, do you have a nice conclusion?
I'm former military. We don't say nice things.
No, you say it in a way. No, you say nice things. It's just coded. Like calling your best friend an ugly swamp rat.
Yeah, like I
means
call you
find him
guys
endearing and
assholes.
cute.
Yeah, like I call you guys assholes.
It was hilarious for the
You
longest
say that to
time.
my face, I will. Can't say that on air, but
So for the
Don't say that
longest
to my
time, my wife actually thought me and my one friend from the Navy hated each other's guts. Because I'd be like, yeah, that fucking dick.
But alright,
oh yeah.
and well, Alex, do you have any last in conclusions?
Trauma is a tough thing, and it's not easy. I actually have a friend who has PTSD from something very traumatic, and he has definitely had a hard time trying to get through it. The only thing that's keeping him going is basically our friendship,
Awesome.
Mm.
and as he put it,
Hold on one moment.
okay, and basically, it's definitely one of those things where this sort of thing just doesn't go away, and especially for depression and stuff like that. I know PTSD and depression are two different things, but definitely for each of them, it's definitely something that just kind of just doesn't go away easily or just goes away at all. But I think the thing that helps is to have something to uh, what would be the word? Have something to kind of hold on to.
To anchor you.
Something to. Hmm?
Anchor you. That's what you're looking for. Anchor.
Enter?
Yes, anchor.
Anchor. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So something that anchor you and kind of keep you, just keep you from going crazy and stuff like that and whatnot, and to keep you grounded so that you don't, drown in the despair and sorrow and stuff like that. Because you already feel like it's too late at this point. You feel like you're on an edge of a cliff, just ready to just plummet and stuff like that. But you got something. You got something holding on. You got something to hold on to, so that that doesn't happen and whatnot. And that's always a good thing to have, because you never know. You never know what's going to happen in life, where you might make it out of that really dark tunnel and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So please make sure you call someone ASAP if you ever do have thoughts. Now that being said and done, ladies and gentlemen, goddamn, blah. But ladies and gentlemen, it was fun. We hope you enjoyed this, episode. And until next time.